Mhm. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Put Pilgrim here. So because of this development, we're going to have Casimir leave, and he's going to go hang out with Pilgrim.
Reasonable indeed.
And that leaves you all still in the, well, most of you, in the
Also,
castle room.
Varys wasn't able to take his turn last time because he had to leave.
Yeah, this is true. Guess we'll just start there. However, due to the confusion of last time, had characters. Okay, this is pretty lame. Pretty fucking lame. How in the fuck? Ah, I know why. Everybody out. There we go. Everybody back in. Rollability was removed from version 1. Yeah, that's fine. Now let's add this back and see what happens. Sorry, I have to change things because of like nonsense. There we fucking go. Alright, cool. So we'll start there then. And just going back over the room and making corrections to changes and whatnot. Uh, it's Lycoris, character-wise. That said, we start with you addressing the room of onlookers who are somewhat panicky, as or at least Jotun is, from the goings on. I guess previously Jotun noticed a keyhole at the bottom of the 12-foot replica of Castle Ravenloft, and saw an eye looking back at him, which has him just kind of trying to figure it out. Also, he put a leg down into it and felt a breathing, and then with a snap, the arm was torn off. So after regrowing the leg, Yon is kind of just peering over the keyhole as the others kind of, I don't know. Lucian wouldn't be able to see you technically, and Seth is just well, he has a book that he just took out of the chest he found. So that leaves you kind of there just to address them.
So what has you all worried?
Wait, where's Varys? I don't see him on the map.
I'm like right in front of you. Not right in front of you, but like in the corner.
I have to refresh. I'm gonna rush right now. Hold up. But uh, please do explain.
And what do you mean by worried?
I am not worried.
Come again?
I am not worried.
Oh. Okay. So, looking over the what's it called figurine, I guess, of Ravenloft. Do I am able to see the eye also?
Looking at the schedule for tomorrow, what happened?
Looking over the figurine, I forget what it's called. A Ravenloft. Do I am able to see the eye also, or is it just like
It's
in
a
that one area?
it's a giant castle, and you can't see anything but the outer walls. It's 12 feet tall, so
Oh,
nobody in the room except for Jotun can actually see inside the castle.
oh, I didn't know that perspective.
Yeah, the only other person who can look into it and sort of see it is Lucian because of the drawbridge.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I probably should have made it like
Damn. Yeah, I can't think of anything. I'll pass for now.
okay. I guess it should be like that. With this, going back down to the hallway, we know Kester's still standing by the body and pretty much alone at this point. What do you do, sir? Change some things. So this is gone.
Like, yeah, yo, King, if you're saying
I
something,
am
mute it
muted.
all.
That's wow, and that's something. Anyways, I'm going to head up to the room and peer inside. Hmm?
Okay. As you peek inside, you note the decor is quite different than the rest of the temple you've been in. The walls are not lined with amber. They're kind of a glowing obsidian in the light. You note torches and sconces illuminating what looks to be a very wide dinner table in the middle of the room, and covering the table from just head to head is just a magnificent feast. You can smell just the rich, heavily fragrant air, the cooked meat, the vegetables on the table. You know what both Hella and her berserker companion are currently pouring gravy all over their plates as they also kind of just nod to each other, clanging together glasses filled with chilled wine from a large or ewer on the table. You know that not overflowing, but just kind of bubbling as just a mist kind of sets on the table. As they kind of just continue to dine, um, Helwa just kind of glances at your direction. What are you standing there for? Sit down. Get something to eat. Where are the others?
They're still making their way up, making sure that there's a lot. Well, everything's covered, and at that, I'm going to head up and just take a seat.
As you sit down, you note the heavy aroma doesn't phase. You kind of just look over the table at the different selection. Again, noting the middle of the table, that large ewer just kind of sits there, um, bellowing a bit of a steam out of it. You note the chilliness on the side of it, almost a bit of a frost has gathered. Helwa kind of nodding over and looking at it says, "Pour some wine. It's fantastic." And then goes back
Oh,
to just kind of stuffing her face.
lovely, lovely. Just looking around at the food and using my gourmand expertise, like this isn't poison. Just making sure, right?
Yeah, you don't note anything foul or any strangeness to any of the items. It just seems
Lovely.
like a well-prepared meal.
All right. Okay. I guess I'll just like take a bit of everything. The ewer though, is it magical? Oh,
Um,
I probably should just like check that, shouldn't
I suppose.
I? Arcana. Oh dear. Ish. Just a poor. Oh, 13.
You note that you can't tell anything magical about it. You do note that the billowing suggests there is something strange about it, as the kind of mist it's coming out of it is floating all over the table underneath the food.
Hmm.
We'll take it all.
All right. I take the ewer and pour myself a glass of wine.
And with this, you fill one of the glasses in front of you. Um, that being said, is there anything in particular you would like to do here?
Oh yeah. No, just like eating.
Okay. Now, also, you note the ore.
Oh, it's fancy.
Where is it? The ear? I don't know how to say the word specifically. Oh, it's
How is
your.
it?
Okay, cool. Yeah,
Oh,
it's just
your.
your. With that, your turn ends, and we go back to calm. Still slinking or skulking in front of the cold, frozen door. You note your party has gone more north. Let's see. Okay. It's cold. Where are they? Hey, Bennett. Tell them to hurry, would you? Casimir said this leads down. I assumed we were heading. We were all heading. Where are the others?
Heading towards the dining hall first. I heard what he said about all that stuff down there. We're not taking that risk yet. Everybody else is either in the sculpture room or Kester, who already went ahead.
Fine by me. It's cold as orc balls in there. Okay, that's.
Huh. Huh. And you would know that how, anyways.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't be able to say that. He's not really near you.
There.
Lucian and friends. Hurry up, would you? What's this? You know the 12-foot tall castle. Wow, replica, huh? Scanning it, am I able to locate the area we are in? You have no idea what you're looking at. It's a large castle. I'm hoping your character knows that you're not within a large castle currently. Well, I'll be in the dining room. Yeah, if you could get through the door. No. Great tunes. You just note music playing from no general location. Scanning the area, does everything seem normal? I don't know what that question means. If you're asking, is everything in the room? I don't know. There, sight, sound, smells. Yes, is everything in the room real? How would you know if it's not? Using my eyes, everything looks real. Hey, Castor, did you check that before you ate?
I did. I did. Nothing's poisonous. And I tried checking it with magic. It seems like everything's real, considering I've touched a lot of it.
I end my turn. Christ. This brings us to Seth's turn.
I presume my bag's still on the floor because I forgot I can't put things away without a backpack.
Correct.
Yes, I picked that up and then put the book in my bag. Um, quickly notice Seth notices wounds and quickly gonna some a white raven as he like smear it a bit and then like you see a blue aura form in his hand as he go place against his wounds and heal himself. Seth cast Cure Wounds, second level. Ten HP, baby. Oh, alright. Oh, shoot, my bad. Even 15 off. Um, that said, Seth's gonna walk out the door and looking towards Yotun. Well, I forgot. Well then, if you be needing me, I'll be heading towards the dining hall. Spider creature. As he heads out and towards Lucy. Oh god, I forgot I see chat. Um, okay. Greetings, friends. And he's gonna sit down
What's up?
and pause book, continue reading. Look in the room. Is anything particular? Any marks, cracks, or like anything that seems structure is like unsafe?
Nothing.
Right.
The walls and the floor are made of a singular, perfectly flat and almost infinite-looking obsidian glass.
Okay.
The
Very interesting.
table seems to be made of the same thing, but with a white cloth covering it, with a regal gold kind of outline, with a bit of tassel work at the end. The chairs are much more simple; they're just wood. The sconces are made from what looks like just regular black iron with flames, not seemingly giving off anything magical of sort. Uh, you note the sweet smells and the savory smells of the food on the table, all freshly piping hot. Um, Nothing seems out of place, well, except the you are in the middle of the table that seems to be bellowing a strange kind of mist over the table, kind of coming up from it and spilling over. You do know that seems to have a nicely chilled wine within it, though.
Hmm. Think of what do I know about Shakai eating food? I'm pretty sure Shakai don't eat food in the show. So. Oh god. Oh. Um. I presume this you call food, correct? Little towards Kester.
Yeah. This is what we call food.
Hmm. Smells divine.
Do you not eat?
Where I come from, there is no food. There is no water. Just pain, agony, and darkness.
Sounds like a lovely place to visit.
Quite not.
Sounds
Hmm.
depressing, dude.
Yes, yes. Everything's bleak and colorless. Souls and the roaming around. Quite depressing indeed.
You know, Hel will kind of slam her fist down on the table. All right, enough with you, you fuckwit. You're not gonna ruin my meal by being depressing, are you? She kind of
Ah,
just raises her spear up and kind of points it across towards you. Because if you are, I'm just gonna kill you.
certainly not. Lady Hellowa. And
Ugh.
he's gonna. Hmm. I guess putting the book away. You think putting a small morsel of, I guess, meat or cheese into the bite of it.
Okay. With that, Hel lowers her spear. Damn right. Just lost a bunch of my people. It goes back to just kind of eating. Um,
Ha-
Anything else you would like to do?
I guess how does it taste? Because oh god,
I'm sorry.
I don't know. Like he's from the shop, but he never tastes food. So I'm like, how would I eat you? Like, and that's made. Never mind. Hmm.
I'm
This
not 100.
is.
I'm not 100% sure what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Something's going on. Remark. This is quite delicious. Torchcaster.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's in his turn.
There's a lot of
Um.
questions I have, but I'm gonna not ask them. This brings us to Lucian's turn. As you kind of sit again in the room, kind of noting that through the small drawbridge you can see just kind of a little black iron mound where you're assuming uh, there rests a keyhole, albeit from the angle you can't really tell much. Again, you'd need to climb the who dropped Yodi Yotes. You'd need to climb the entire thing like Jotun did.
And so looking like so basically this model is like sitting on top of a table, right?
Yeah, it's sitting on top of probably like a 4 foot tall table.
Yeah. So looking like under the table, anything like in particular, or it's just like floor, the bottom of the table.
Yeah, it's just like the table itself just goes directly into the floor. It seems to be made of the same, just black obsidian that the rest of the room is. You know that the same kind of table design also in the potion room.
So just kind of just walking around and getting a good like sight on the walls. Walls like straight stone, or is there anything like of note?
You're talking about what walls? The room walls?
So the walls of the castle, of the on the
Oh, they seem to be made of wood. Um, you note that although finely placed, if you kind of look at it long enough, you can see where small wooden nails, or I'm sorry, small metal nails were used to make the frame, and even though it's painted, you can still tell it's made of wood.
and is this like right right here? This also seem to be like an entrance of some kind, or
You
just
do
the
note,
drawbridge? Oh, go ahead.
you do know that being a entrance, you could see it opening up to what looks to be a small village of some sort, leading out to what looks like a balcony and then a drop straight down into, as you kind of look down it, you could see where you're at seems to have small glasswork. Kind of taking a peek through it, you note inside a crypt of some sort. This is below the table. It seems like the castle kind of drops off down to this point. It looks to be, if you were just gonna aim with your eyes and kind of looking up and down with your finger, you'd say in reality it'd probably be about 200 feet down from where the castle stops. And you're pretty sure looking into the glasswork port on just the side of this black kind of obsidian casing that inside you could see like tombs and just kind of a almost a mausoleum.
They're just like so essentially underneath the castle, would say 100 feet by scale, would be like a crypt.
That you could see from where you're at, yeah. But looking around, you don't note that anywhere else. Kind of looking around the table, it just looks like a black obsidian table. But in the back, you could see what looks like a specific carvings and kind of lattice glasswork that shows inside of it. You're noting that underneath the table seems to be in the back another fully functioning model.
Can you say that again?
So where you're looking has a glasswork that if you look into, you know it's a fully functioning model inside like the obsidian table. But the only way you'd know that is from ducking and looking from the area you're in through that small little latch. Or not latch, window.
And looking to this whole area, I saw Seth earlier at a chest and multiple like wooden things. Well, what's there?
You just note that there's nothing inside except like a torn piece of felt. You note the empty bottoms of the chest have a secret compartment with, again, nothing in it.
Just kind of looking over this chair here. Is it just like also made out of like the same kind of wood as the model?
Yes, it is. Although broken and pretty mildewed and molded over, just worn from time and what looks like moisture, albeit in the cold, a hard moisture.
Things like this and this are just like wooden like crap wood essentially, kind of strewn about.
Yes.
Just calling up to Jotun. Now, Jotun, what did you see earlier?
Yodi Yote, are you there?
It was an I.
And just kind of fluttering up like 10 feet, or maybe like 5 is enough. Just to like peer over the walls. What does like the actual castle look like?
You note, kind of looking over, the inside has a very large courtyard. It stretches around the entire castle. In the middle is well, the castle interior itself. You know the massive spire that reaches all the way up to where Jotun is. Attached to it, a few feet below, another smaller spire, and another still even lower, and then another below that. The building itself is just kind of highly built. You note the wood used to do the roof has been painted a kind of a dark maroon purple color, and each piece has been laid almost perfectly. Whoever designed this is an excellent architect, from what you can tell. Noting the top spire, and then just kind of looking back as this is happening, Jotun, you feel on your legs kind of a heartbeat of a just kind of a pulsing doof, 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 as you kind of stay on the spire. From the courtyard, you note just kind of different lamps and areas marked out. Directly in front of you, for where you are, past the bridge, you know the massive, giant double door made from what looks like iron. As you kind of look around, you can see smaller doors off to the sides. You can see that to the north and south, there are large gates that are completely locked and would bar entry going from the courtyard from the bridge towards the the back of it, where you're currently standing, or at least, yeah, where you're currently standing. You note from there, looking down, what you thought was kind of a village is actually just a set of large buildings that lead out to the balcony off the back. And that's connected to what looks like another kind of stable area with a small black carriage outside of it, scale to model or model to scale. Yeah, scale to model. Okay. Anyway, kind of just looking around, you don't note anything out of the ordinary. It just looks to be a very well designed castle, very well guarded with multiple entrances.
Well, seeing as Jotun was talking about something like either reached out and attacked her from like within like the mile itself, I just kind of like put an ear close to like, I guess since I'm like close to the ground, maybe like the walls, and just see if I can hear anything.
As you do this from where you're at, you can hear a young woman kind of fretting about a party. You can hear it as clear as day, as you kind of peek your ear, and you can note Jotun kind of crawling down towards your ear, kind of overhearing it as well, just carrying on about what to wear and what dress would look right for the young men who are also be in attendance tonight. With this, you know that seems to be coming from that small um, kind of shelter area that has a black carriage outside of it. You know that as you kind of glance back at the carriage, two black horses just kind of sit there, models, not actual horses, just small black models. Their eyes, just small bits of red ruby gems. Kind of looking back, you can almost hear them just preparing as Jotun kind of scoops around. You and he can also begin kind of hearing that as it kind of just bellows up the spire. Jotun notes, try speaking to her.
So essentially, from within this model, I'm hearing like a real person's voice.
Yes, specifically to the um, northwest, small, looks to be a stable. The voice is coming from there.
And sound anything like the voice that I heard like from the first floor, running to the east?
No.
Do I
You've
recognize the
not.
voice in
You've
any
not.
way?
No, you haven't heard
Oh,
this
okay.
voice. It just sounds like a young girl. You'd imagine the voice could be anywhere between 10 years old and probably 17 years old. It just seems like a young girl's voice.
So instead of saying to talk to it, I'll like just continue listening to the conversation.
You know that at the point she falls silent, as you can hear like the horses um, kind of drifting towards the silent. You note that there's a group of voices kind of chattering by the back balcony. You can hear almost noble sounding voices as they clank glasses and just discuss random politics of Barovia, things happening with the young master. That also goes silent after a little bit. Everyone in the room can hear this though.
So just kind of once again pacing around the table a bit, trying to listen. Whoop. So if I could hear anything else from like the at the castle in terms of like happenings.
You begin to hear kind of a voice, a man just kind of whimpering. He just kind of calls to you a bit. Um,
I could call my name.
not much. You could just hear him going, "Hello, hello," just kind of echoing throughout. Um, at this point, no one but Lucian can technically hear this. Everyone else can only hear again that weird beating sound. But at the position you're at, you note that someone seems fearfully running towards and past the bridge, kind of shouting hello and looking for something. You can hear something howling in the distance behind this figure just sitting on the bridge. As you kind of look down, just trees kind of sprout up along the road leading towards the bridge. You could see just a large creature kind of jump out. Again, a toy figurine just land next to the trees. Its claws up. You kind of look at it a bit. Um, do you lean down into inspect it?
That I do.
So as you do this, you can kind of almost feel something just chilling you as you can hear just the howling. Looking at the figure, you know it to be just a werewolf of some sort, just mouth agape as it chases the figure on the bridge. As you kind of
Um,
glance up, the figure on the bridge is no longer there. You could see the figure entering towards the main courtyard, and your head just begins to start hurting. Just kind of a piercing feeling hits you.
so did that what the werewolf at least attempted to identify? Do look anything like Corwin?
You can't really. It doesn't look like Corwin. You just kind of note. It just looks like just a just a random just creature, just a massive black werewolf.
And they were like just seemingly toys that just kind of like so the werewolf literally just jumped out of like the model castle and the it seemed to look like the man I was calling out just disappeared as it jumped on.
As you kind of look, as your head begins to hurt, you could kind of just like you get just a dizzying flash inside your head, and with that, you can hear a voice just kind of loudly yelling, trying to like convince you of something. Um, you're pretty sure he just wants to tell you a story. Gonna go ahead and drop that there.
Then
And with that, both Jotun and Lycoris just kind of what you see from the floating Lucian, he just kind of seems to zone out a bit.
Uh,
And that'll just be you when you're youing you, because that's a bit of a long one. So I'm gonna end your turn here.
yeah, I was gonna say like Lucian just seems to be as he like just softly lands on the ground, just kind of leans back a bit against the wall. He just seems to be gathering his thoughts.
Brings us to Jotun, who is just hearing this beat on the spire and kind of looking over. You can see Lucian just kind of frozen. Gonna crawl around the base of the sculpture and kind of tap my leg on it to get some response from the lady inside. What do you mean the sculpture? Like the actual stable area? The model. Okay. As you tap around the model, then let me just specify specifics of what you're doing for you. And well, we get to worry about the other stuff later. As you tap on the model, you can feel something inside of you just kind of begin to burn. You land just right on top. As you kind of look around, you no longer sit in a 12-foot modeled castle. You kind of look up, and instead of a ceiling or something above you, it's just kind of blackened clouds, crackling lightning kind of bursting through. You could see the clouds turn gray and just a downpour. And that's going to melt your computer for a little bit. But hey, someday my prince will come. Um, it's on a stone foundation, albeit it's really not. You just kind of feel the cobblestone beneath you as you tap your legs on it. The rain is hitting you hard enough to kind of just wash you out. You kind of scurry a bit underneath the awning. You can hear a young girl's voice just kind of calling and crying out from beyond the door in front of you. They look to you, just kind of plain wooden stable doors. Uh, no, not at all. You are currently standing in the rain underneath a small awning in front of a stable with two large wooden doors and a young girl crying from within. No, I know. No, for all intents and purposes, you're physically in the rain, standing in front of a stable with two wooden doors under an awning so you don't get washed out by how heavy the rainfall is. You can hear, smell, and see that you're not imagining anything. You're just standing in the rain. You could turn around and note that there are castle walls behind you and around you, but no one else is here but yourself. For all intents and purposes, as you just kind of blink and look around, you're in the midst of, well, whatever castle you were looking at in the model. You're now standing there in front of the stable with a young girl crying. Walk up to the girl. Walk up to the girl. So I'm gonna try to manage that. So walking towards the door to the stable, I'm assuming you. So there's no actual way for you to open said doors. Actually, there is. Yeah, never mind. So I'm assuming you're pushing the stable doors open. Yeah. Yeah, I suppose I will. As you do so, you enter into a just kind of a small room, fairly long. You note that there's a black carriage in the eastern corner of it, much like the one outside. There are no horses, however, in there. You can hear from within the carriage in the housing unit a young girl just crying, just kind of wildly wailing every now and then stopping. How am I going to wear? This is a travesty. She cries as she just kind of slams her hands down. Do you approach the carriage? Or do you call from outside? Approaching the side of the carriage and just crawling up to it, you note from the small window a young girl just kind of sits in the back of the carriage. Her clothing looks to be almost of that of a I wouldn't say urchin. I'd say more of the longs of it looks like she's in maid attire, as if she was a servant at whatever castle you're standing at. Um, she seems quite young to be a maid, as she just kind of sits there with a frown, kind of just looking around and just sighing. You could see that she's been crying as her eyes are puffy, and there's just kind of tears residually on her cheeks as she kind of wipes them away and looks around. She doesn't seem to notice you as you just peek your head in, but she just constantly repeats and repeats, "What to do? What to do? How can I ever be ready for tonight?" As you say the words hello, you can hear ah, and you can just see her frantically looking around towards your direction. As she kind of spies your head, she kind of makes eye contact with you, just kind of staring for a second. You could see her mouth slowly begin to purse a bit as it slowly widens into what looks like a grimace and then almost a look of horror as she just stares at you. After just a split second before you almost kind of reel back to see her scream, she just stops and smiles wildly. Her face just kind of person drawn as she enters into the light. You note that she has well, you note that you can see through her somewhat, and that her skin is just kind of pale and gone. As she just kind of looks on, you could see her bright eyes just kind of staring off at you, curious at first, and then just almost happy to see you. You see, you could just see her kind of push the window open on the cart, opening to you as she kind of puts her hand out. Come in, little spider. Come in. You'll catch your cold out there. You will. Is she looking at me or through me? She's looking at you. Are you in the scene yet? When you are, come over here. You can see her just kind of glaring at you. As you kind of mouth, "Who are you?" She just kind of whispers, "I am Diala. I'm trying to pick out a dress for tonight's gala." You can see her nod. That's right, Diala. What's your name, little spider? Jotun. She kind of shrugs. Jotun. Hmm. You can see her waving her hand. The others don't, well, they don't speak. But you certainly have the same kind of head. What kind of spider are you, Jotun? You could just hear her. That's funny. You're a funny spider. Hmm. Could you help me? You could see her nod. Yes, I need a dress. As she's saying this, you note kind of just on the side of the cart, you could just see a arm kind of just shoot out towards you. Go ahead and make a dexterity save for me. And with that, you immediately get crushed under a just a massive arm as it kind of slams against you. You can feel your body just kind of contort and just burst, and that's the last thing you feel.
Can I see this?
You cannot know. With that, um, what you're seeing is just Jotun curled up on the spire, and with that, it's going to kill your computer again, by the way. With that, you kind of come to on the spire, just kind of looking around. You know, Lucian still kind of flying, looking off as Lycoris to the south just kind of looks on at you, confused. Um, yes, the answer was 15. Or does that end your turn? It. I'm assuming it does. That's just true. You're left with your thoughts. This brings us to Bennett's turn. You don't actually note anything happening in the room in terms of Jotun, as Jotun didn't move technically.
I'll just look into the room and just go, what are you guys doing in there?
And I just snapping from his deep thought. There's more to this model than meets the eye.
Who goes there?
The one with the brown mask.
The man you met moments ago.
Did I meet him?
Yeah.
Yes?
Oh, okay. Never mind. Ignore that then.
Everyone else is already heading up north towards the banquet hall. You guys should come with. We're not leaving anybody behind. Except Tilgrim, but she has Casimir to cover her.
I'd rather look more into this model.
Fine. Suit yourself. Uh... I guess as I'm like walking north, I'll just hear that. Just kind of pausing for a bit. What do you mean what happens next?
There was a strange and creepy girl.
And when I looked around the model, I vision of sorts. Someone running through the castle.
He was crying about a dress.
I guess staring over at them for a second, then it's just gonna just look away towards the ground. Alright, fine. You guys can stay here and just look over the castle model. I'll go with everybody else north. If you need us, you know where we'll be. As he just kind of walks off towards the hall. Wow, that is loud. Okay.
Yeah, is it? That's weird. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, that's interesting. Let's put it there. Everything I explained before exists. You know everybody eating except for Khan. Even the wolf is kind of laying there just chewing on a massive bone. You know the bit of revelry going on as Helwa kind of drifts back and forth with her wine chalice, just kind of singing songs of old. On pointing out, glad you could make it, Bennett. I don't trust the food, but enjoy.
Right. So I guess walking around the table, kind of looking at the table, it's just all food.
Yep. There's a mountain of different varieties of what looks like just the highest of quality ingredients. More than seeing, you can actually smell it. It's reminding you that you probably haven't eaten in a half century.
Mm-hmm.
So, moving around the table and kind of taking my attention off it for a second, looking towards this door, is there anything specific about it, or is it just the standard 20-foot tall double amber door that we've seen?
Yep, very much standard. It looks identical to the one in the opposite annex.
I'll walk over and just look at the, I guess try to interact with the door. Is it locked?
You know, once you put your hand on it, you can feel that it's not.
So pausing with my hand on the door, I'll just kind of, I'll just go into my head. Ruby, are you there, or are you still being quiet?
You note kind of a slithering in the back of your head. No verbal response, but there's certainly a presence.
So I'll take my hand off the door slowly. Does the slithering at all seem to change, or is it just a constant slithering?
I'm sorry.
I took my hand off of the door. Does the slithering like change, or is it just constant?
It's just the double door.
So I guess seeing that, I'll walk back to the table and guess just pull up a seat. Just keeping my eyes focused on the door, not really addressing any of the food. Just probably taking a piece of bread off the table. I'll end my turn.
Okay. With this, we go back to like Chorus says, you kind of note both the others in the room seem to be fairly startled.
Just kind of looking onward, just gonna walk out the door. And I look for the dining hall, like Bennett said. Uh, um, uh, Lucian, I think you said was your name. You okay?
Yeah, as he's just waving. Yeah, fine. He just seems to be staring at the model.
Okay. And I'll just end there.
Okay. This brings us to Kester's turn.
All right. So, I guess, taking this time of rest and relaxation, I attempt to contact Teak once more. Yeah, Teak, you still there?
You don't know anything.
Hmm. That's perplexing. Knife, you still there?
But you also don't know anything.
Well, that's also perplexing.
Your head is eerily quiet.
For once. I don't know how to start that connection thing over. I guess. Wait, no, there's no. Yeah, I probably can't take any of that. Just like finishing off eating and drinking the wine, I get up and head over to the door. Any reason why you're staring so hard at the door, Bennett?
Something. I don't know. Something strikes me as off.
It's off.
When I touched the door, I heard this weird slithering.
Ugh. And my head was just finally clear. I see as I head over to the door and touch it to see if I can understand what he's talking about.
You don't know anything. It just feels like the same. It feels the same as the other amber doors. You do get the sense that it's not locked, though.
Turning back to Bennett, just I guess that's more of a you thing, it seems.
Must have been the marking then.
Lovely. Heading back over Is there
Something behind
something?
that door.
How would anyone know? I wonder. Well, uh, whenever we're ready, we could try to push it open. Well,
You
when
know,
everybody gets here.
Kawa just kind of
Hmm?
moving her hand. A lot of you, if you're going that way, we're gonna stay here. Once we fed on all this, we're gonna make our pact.
Oh,
You'll need to be clearing out. I'm not sharing my immortality with the rest of you.
oh, don't worry. Don't worry. I don't think I want it. Everything has a price or something.
She just kind of nods, goes back to eating.
Hmm. All right. I want to try meditating. Like, just like bracing my back against this wall. I just try to like focus on the connection with the mask and well, just kind of like investigating it since I guess it's tied to me in a way. I take it off and just like try to like investigate it for any magic circuits or how it works.
You note as you try to take it off, it doesn't budge from your face.
Lovely. I investigate it on my face. I try to like focus on the connection it's having with me.
You note as you feel around it, it seems that around the ears and the area of your temple, the bone seems to be going directly into you.
Lovely. Well, this isn't coming off anytime soon, if ever. Uh, hmm. I guess just taking out the knife, I continue polishing it once more, just whispering to myself.
As you continue to polish it, you note the bone kind of recedes from the mask and just kind of goes from where it formed up to your forehead and splitting into horns at the temples. Small
Eh,
horns kind of poke out on either side of your temple, pointing just kind of up and around.
So it
They're not
just
very
looks like horns.
long. Yeah, they're not very long. They're just kind of sitting there now as you polish the knife. Your face
Oh.
is clear of the mask.
Oh, it just came off?
It retracted back into horns.
Oh, okay. Guess I take it off and just deep breathe in a deep breath. Huh. When to take it off, I polish a knife. What an intuitive mechanic. Yeah, just like stowing it on my belt. I well take
I
a
don't think you
seat.
understood what I said.
Oh?
The horns formed to the center of your forehead and created a mask on your face. That was a massive skull. It's receded back into horns poking out of your temples. There is no mask.
Oh. Oh, okay, okay. So the mask turned into Wait, what? Hold on, I'm having trouble visualizing it. So there was originally a mask, and then that was in my brain, well, just like piercing through my skull, and then the entire mask just turned into horns.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay. What a design change. Is this your doing? I just like looked down at the knife. Hmm. Lovely. Well, hmm. Alright, yeah, I guess I just continue polishing it because I don't know what to do with this new form that the mask has taken.
Cool. And that's going to end your turn. Before, Carl, you start your turn, and I have to hear people are just like hanging out. I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick.
Hmm.
So everybody, I guess think about what you're doing your next turn.
Yeah. So what are we doing next turn?
Question. I have a plan. No one knows what's behind that door, right? Because
No.
I guess
I assume that we all plan to take a long rest. I assume.
we have time for that. Also, I was gonna ask Kelua if she knows what's behind that door. If not, the whole scrying thing. I was gonna try to scout out the location in the hopes of finding out what's behind that door.
I was gonna say you just stick like a mirror. I don't think you gotta like use that.
Yeah, I have a mirror as well. That could work.
I could
Yeah,
have
just like-
sworn he talked about not being able to like poke anything under doors.
Yeah, if
Oh.
it's double doors, you can't do that.
Then I'll just use the scrying thing.
Well, I was able to do it on other doors. I was just gonna say like check the doors, check that one specifically.
Okay. But also, can't you use like, aren't you supposed to like only be able to like scry into places you've seen or
Yeah,
people you have a
that's why I'm
connection with?
asking. Yeah, that's why I'm asking what's behind that door. If it's somewhere I've seen, then I can just scry that location and hope to figure out.
I mean, has
it's a
Khan
big-
been to the Ember Temple before us?
No, I'm just like we've been on the. This is the second floor. This is the first floor, right? This is base floor. I've been
No, this is
generally
the second floor.
Base, this is second floor, so I've been generally on the second floor, hoping this room.
So
Since we didn't go up or down, I'm hoping this is somewhere on the second floor. I can use my vision to at least see where we
So we're not taking a long rest.
are. No, I don't think so.
We certainly plan to eventually.
I mean, is now the perfect time?
I mean, not really,
Mm,
because
really?
they said that after they're done eating, they're going to start their pact, and we can't be here for that.
Okie
So, unless they eat for 8 hours.
I mean, it's a lot of food, so I presume like
Okay.
God damn it, bro.
All right, Carl, you're up, big guy. Ah, shit. Save, goddammit. Madam Helwa, do you know what lies beyond those doors? You can see Helwa would just kind of tip her glass towards the door. Aye, it's the same thing as the other side, the stupid balcony, but it's broken. I'm not sure what broke it down, but it goes north towards the whatever ritual chambers the wizards have. To be honest, I've not traveled past this point before. Is there anything directly in front of it? Since it's a balcony, like the others, I assume a statue, maybe? She nods. Aye, the big statue's right outside there. The faceless god, who watches all. Well, that's problematic. Thank you. She just kind of raises a leg of what looks to be turkey and nods. Uh-huh. Statue attacks anyone it sees from our past experience, right? I'm assuming he asked towards everybody in the room. If so, let's deceive it with a spell of illusion and get through this challenge. Yes, I did. Okay.
I mean, unless the statue has eyes, I assume that it sees with magic. And if your illusion can imitate a person, sure, go ahead. But you're going first. Assuming it recognizes it as a person. Oh, my bad.
Gonna target more than one person. I'll scout the area first. Then we can start. Facing downwards towards the floor. A mirror appears covering my right eye. I cast minor illusion. I mean scry. I'm not sure what that means though. Whether you cast like you casting scry on what?
I'm casting a scry on the statue or the area around the statue since I've seen it and I've been fairly close to it. The room I'm going to, or the location I'm aiming for, is that room where I attempted to pass without trace and just light put out when it attacked me. That's the closest I've ever gotten to it, so that's why I'm scrying over basically.
Well,
I'm not really sure. I can
so
really see it
as
from.
okay,
Sorry,
so as you do that, you can feel something staring back at you. The scrying spell ends. You could just hear in the back of your mind. You suffer a level of insanity as you fall to the ground prone, just kind of screaming out. You kind of interrupt everyone as the plates clank down and everything quickly changes as Helwa just kind of pops up. Everyone in the room seeing Khan just drop and begin screaming loudly on the ground. Um, as this happens, he begins to foam at the mouth and just kind of shake. His eyes just kind of glazing over. It looks like he's having a seizure.
Yeah, I don't have any seizure medication, so get his arms, I guess.
You know, Helwa quickly just coming over, trying to assist, moving him to his side, and just kind of looking up around. Are you all idiots? Isn't he one of
All?
yours? As she
Uh,
continues to
I can't
help
move.
as that ends his turn, bringing us to Seth.
I'm noticing the unfortunate situation. Having to get up off the table, closing his book, and quickly walk towards Khan. But I'm looking at investments by this. The only thing do I notice anything strange? English guy.
Range? No,
Yes.
you just notice him kind of trembling a bit as Helwa just kind of sits there, making sure to keep him in place, like just on his side.
Uh. Um, shit. Sandy. I get to my one for the job. Um. 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 Hmm. How would you like? What role be? What role be would become someone now? What role is it? Charisma or like medicine?
I mean,
Calm down.
I don't think you would roll to try to calm someone down.
I like like. Hmm. I put my something put his hand on Khan, said to him, "Calm down, breathe slowly, and tell us what's happening." Just calm.
It doesn't look like again, his eyes have rolled back and he's having a seizure. You don't Hell was just kind of shaking her head and saying, "There's no reason to talk to him, you idiot. Leave the boy alone. He'll be done or some sort." She kind of just looks around. What the hell was that? Scared the shit out of me.
Me too. He said he was gonna go scout and then he immediately dropped, so I assume scrying?
Right, the idiot probably looked in a place he wasn't supposed to. Why does an idiot like him have it anyway? That power. You could see Hoa kind of peering back around at each of you. I thought this one was a monk.
He is?
For some reason, he dabbles in spellcasting. It's mostly caused him troubles. Don't know why he still
She
does
shakes
it.
her head slowly towards you. That doesn't make sense, though.
You can ask him when he's done having his little session there on the floor.
You note her kind of just looking back. Getting up, kind of just like, and picking her shield back up. She just kind of looks at the group. She, just kind of walking in front of the door, she kind of looks around again. When he wakes up, we're going to have a little meeting. If I find out anyone is lying, I'll kill each of you myself. She says slowly, just walking past Bennett back to the table.
They said you had no presence.
Lovely.
You know they're kind of nodding and just swirling her wine around. I got lots of presents when this stuff's around. You know she seems quite confident. With that, Seth, you note that Khan slowly starts, I guess, calming down as his muscles begin to relax.
Rest easy, friend. It'll be over soon. Okay. Questions I want to ask. Oh, damn, it's kind of required this thing. Can't ask it was a bad time. I'm not self in the mood. Damn it, Con. I can't. Okay, shit. I'm just gonna stand beside Cod. I'm gonna make sure he's like a-okay. And like his seizure stops. And to pass time by, I'm gonna ask Bennett and Hello Orchestra. While we have this time, is any certain religion in this place? Gods, people they worship? You respond?
You know Helwa just kind of giving you a strange look. Where exactly are you from again?
A faraway place.
This here's the Amber Temple. It's a prison for well, demonic beings that everybody keep calling gods or old ones, but they're definitely demons. Yeah, this place was built upon a gateway to the abyss. It's since been locked by Strahd von Zarovich. He runs this place, this country. Outside of that, you're up Shit's Creek. Everything in here is a god, and everything in here wants to kill you. Oh, I'll test you, I guess, but you'll be dead in no time. Trust me.
Sadly, I have no plans. Dying. Is Khan condition continue to is relieving his condition, or is still slowly in progress?
He's just laying there resting.
Okay, then. That's good. Take a kneel down next to the floor. He's gonna open the book of manual and is there any food in there within picture wise that's on table? I guess
You're,
anything.
you're looking at what?
The what do you call it? Pronounce it again. Manual of body health. As I'm reading, is anything like I'm following instructions? Anything like to eat that's laid close to the
No, it just has within the first few chapters, just flipping through, talks about different training regiments, exercises, things to give yourself a higher constitution.
well then. Hmm. That's one thing. Okay then. And scores. Okay. Okay. Now for as long as possible. Hello. How long you think you're able to so complete your original total hours wise? I would just suggest say a long rest if possible. Does she respond or no?
She just kind of stares at you. Along what?
A rest. Recover some magic of his magic, you know.
She just kind of shrugs. I don't know. Never performed it before, and I don't have any magic that I need to gain back from sleeping. She just kind of glares at you strangely.
Well then, I'm asking if it's possible for us to rest here, since we're gonna continue traveling this temple, and we will need every help we need.
She just kind of slowly shakes her head. Huh. You want to sleep in the temple? Wouldn't suggest it, but help yourself. I'm no one's queen. She gets shrugs and drinks some wine.
Okay, that's a bad hit. Next question. Um, book one, division one. With that, so I was gonna continue reading the book and end this turn. Okay, we can long rest. Damn it. Just every we can, but yeah, second one this turn. Yeah.
Okay. With this back in the architect's room, Lucian just kind of floats over the castle, just kind of looking at each part, having a better idea of exactly what makes this place, well, as terrifying as he's heard.
Again, just going like I'm pretty much this point. I'm just like hovering above, just looking over the walls and visually kind of move. No. Visually just retracing the steps of the story I saw. Would I be able to tell where, where they came from?
You just note that the best of your kind of vision, you note a small kind of forest area where the mountain rises up towards the castle. Um, for what you're looking at with the model, you could just kind of see small trees placed right in front of where the bridge is. And further out beyond that, you notice a large black iron gate sitting at least 500 feet from ground to the sky. Just a massive gate just sitting in front of the castle. You imagine they came from there, as it seems open.
And judging by how the story ended and looking around the castle, it seemed that like it ended up like around here.
Yeah, the same balcony drop point where you noted the kind of glass window about 200 feet below it.
So just touching down and thinking. So from what I saw, it was someone that went in straight through the main gates and crossed the bridge and ran straight through the castle out to the other end.
Yeah, I managed to figure out a way directly through the entire first floor. Yeah.
That going. Wait, yo, Nick, can you describe again exactly what you either saw or felt or? Not here.
Might be typing. Typing. Well, there was a barn or a stable of the sort.
Looking over the model. I see the same like farming stable, right?
Sorry.
Said looking over the diorama, I see the same like stable and same like area she's talking about.
Yeah, you
Or
can
he.
note a stable with a black carriage and horses outside of it. You note on the model the doors of the stable have been moved open.
More so wanted to ask about what dealt with that seems to be inside the diorama. I'm looking and once again at the table. You said it was like carved. It's seemingly carved into the room itself. The stable is the table standing on like four legs, or is it just like a big slab of obsidian?
It's just a slab of obsidian that has been chiseled to almost a perfect square.
Just getting on a knee and putting my ear to the slab. I hear anything from inside of it?
Um, as you kind of, you almost hear almost an oceanic kind of a echo as you slowly begin to hear kind of a group of people laughing. You could distinguish, it seems to be both males and females. As you're doing this, you note that your head is quite close to the same kind of glass inlay. As you peek over, you note you can see light, what looks like small torches in the kind of far reaches of the area, illuminated through those small torches in the room. You know they almost black obsidian catacomb, much like the one you're in currently. But here there's just large coffins, both stacked on the walls and both kind of sitting on large black obsidian slabs on top. You note some of them open and empty, and others locked and closed with just very interesting and intricately designed small nickel plated latchings on each of them. Um, through the torchlight, you know the small figures, then they're holding torches, but you can hear kind of a chattering. You overhear just kind of a game and a murder will take place. And that's kind of an echoing. It repeats almost as if recorded. There will be a game and a murder. You're sure of it.
Looking up to Yotna. Do you hear that?
Uh, Jotun said, "Be right back," but you know, yeah, he also hears it.
And that specifically came from like say inside the slab instead of like the on top of the diorama itself.
Correct.
So just getting up a bit startled, I'll just like repeat the process from earlier instead of like going above. I'll like stay like down near the slab and listen in for any like conversations, or sounds.
You hear the same thing you heard, plus what sounds like a small child angrily shouting. You're not exactly sure what the shouting is, but you can hear a wolf howling as well.
Is it the same wolf howling as from the story I kind of visionized?
Um, yes.
Specifically on this side or overall?
It's on well, I'm assuming you made the round, so the shouting of the like the young boy's voice is there. The wolf howling is when you round the front of where the bridge is, you can hear it below.
So from what I've seen, it's almost like this diorama is like alive away.
Um, from what you visualize, it just seems that there are pieces that keep appearing. So I would say alive, so much as it certainly does seem to be um, being populated. Strangely enough, as you kind of look around, there's nothing movement-wise though. There's nothing moving around. It still seems much like a model, albeit creepy.
So getting a little higher and a just looking into like say the castle itself from like the seemingly the upper floors. I'm just say like 15 feet in the air, just kind of like looking at the castle itself, and I like say in the windows.
You note the windows aren't actually real; they're just painted on.
Ah,
You do note looking down towards the castle grounds. You note the black iron um, lock or door key sitting flush against the grounds here. As Jotun is still kind of just looking at it
I see
and
like
back towards the stable.
I see like a key, like a normal size key, just kind of sitting there.
No, you see a keyhole
Ah,
made
a
from black
keyhole.
iron that's been locked into the base. It just kind of sits there flush against it.
Does this seem to be a part of the castle, or is more so just a thing of the model?
It just looks to be something that's just on the model, but it doesn't look to be a part of the castle. It just looks like a black iron, just square, and in the center there's a keyhole.
Just taking like essentially a small piece of uh, discarded pieces of wood. Just take over, just kind of like how to describe. I'll just stick it into the keyhole a bit just to see if it's like actually real or something painted.
As you do, you can feel just kind of the hairs on your arm stand up as it's just you just almost feel electric. Just a
Uh,
tension just kind of just rushes over your arm.
I'd like to quickly away as I feel that tension run up my arm.
And with that, you get the sense you're being watched. You kind of just begin to look around slowly.
And with that, I look up to you and well, well, I'm sure there's more to this model. I think I've had my fill. Just kind of looking left and right. I almost just hurry out of the room and up to the banquet hall.
Okay. And upon entering, you're met with a fairly calming, kind of just almost a breeze just kind of flows over you. You're immediately hit in the nose with the sweet and savory smells of just delicious food. As you look to your right, you know the Khan kind of curled up, seemingly asleep, with the others kind of randomly looking around, and Helwa just trying to eat as much food as she can.
So kind of looking to Khan and looking to Kester. What do you do?
He said he was scouting and then he had a seizure.
Of course. So just kind of taking a breather from that feeling of something watching him. Just go up and grab a chair, and then just kind of move it to like the wall. Then sit and lean back in it.
Okay. And I'm guessing that's going to end your turn.
Yep, that's true.
So this brings us to Jotun. You again sit atop the spire, hearing the beating, and you can almost still hear the girl, but your mind is kind of racing at this point. You certainly feel like something's watching you, and you suspect it's coming from the keyhole. I kind of glance into the keyhole. Is the eye still there? You don't know anything there. You just kind of feel it. You remember distinctly the breath on your claw, the crunching sound, and just the eye just staring wildly at you. But you don't see anything. Go back to the floor. Redo what I did before, trying to recreate what happened last time. You mean sticking your leg into the no. Oh, you mean crawl? Yeah, you gotta knock? What do you mean? Oh, knock on the door? I mean, when I tapped on the side of the structure. What structure? Foundation of the model. Oh, so tapping. Where are you tapping on it? Like, where are you? Where are you crawling down to? Wherever I did it last time, I don't know. At night, and I don't know either. I'm confused. Like you're just saying, I want to go to this thing and do this thing, and I don't. But you're not explaining what you're doing. Like you're just saying, I want to do this thing again, like last time. I don't know what you mean. Like what do you mean, like last time? Like I'm trying to figure out what you're doing. If you don't know, I definitely don't know. You still hear the heartbeat coming from the castle mother. You hear the heartbeat when you're on the spire. You don't hear it, you feel it through the spire. And crawling onto the stable, you can hear the girl crying. Exit the room and head to the north where everything else went. Jesus Christ, it took you that long to write that? It took you 2 minutes to write that shit. Just gonna throw you into the room, yeah. Don't tell me you were like fucking like thinking about it. Are you ending your turn there? Oh, you gotta, yeah, you gotta tell me that. This brings us to Bennett's turn.
So, despite of Khan collapsing to the floor, guess from my seat just looking over at him, I'll look back to Helloa. So, you said you need to get here. How exactly does this whole thing work? Something happen, or?
Sorry, what did you say again?
I looked over to Helloa and I just asked, how is this whole deal with the Lich thing supposed to work?
She just kind of shrugs at you. Don't know what you mean. What lich?
Thinking about something completely different. You said this whole deal for power, the immortality, how exactly is that supposed to work?
She just kind of shakes her head. Don't worry about it. That's what I'm doing right now. And she just kind of goes back to eating.
Okay, then. Looking towards the table, does it look like they're making any leeway with that? Like, does it look like they're actually clearing out the food, or does it seem like nothing has changed?
They're certainly clearing it out. At least around the berserkers, there's scarce amounts of food remaining. On the other parts of the table, it's just kind of still there, not really touched.
So with that, I'll just get up and just look towards the rest of the group. The door over here leads to a broken balcony. If we go out that side, we'll probably be face to face with a statue. We don't want that. So unless you guys intend to take your rest here, we probably need to go downstairs.
Downstairs, huh?
Yes, the rest will be nice.
What the fuck just happened?
So I guess seeing no response.
Personally, I'm leaning on the side of taking a rest. As we are now, the temple's just gonna tear us apart.
Well, I don't know if you heard me, but I said I do agree on the rest part.
Alright.
I'm kind of indifferent. I don't know what happened, but I feel a little invigorated. Why do I have full health, Mr. J?
Did you not eat?
Oh, lovely. All right, yeah, I feel pretty invigorated, so I'm kind of indifferent. It's whatever you want.
Are you able to cast spells?
Yeah.
You been it?
I only have so much magic left in me.
Well, I'll have to gain my mana as well too. Keep the party from collapsing. If that will be a nice thing to have. Because I'm quite low on magic myself.
I'll just look over to
On the
cast.
subject of this feast, did everyone check if it was safe or not?
Yo, dude.
Yeah, I checked it. It's definitely not poisoned.
I kind of turned to Bennett.
I didn't eat. Caster, you said you ate it, right?
Yep.
Anything else besides you just feeling invigorated? Any magic come back to you?
No. No. Yeah, nothing of the sort like that.
As long as nobody minds. And I'll just say that looking back towards Eloa. Set up shop here. We'll take a quick break. Cover anything you can, and then we'll set up for downstairs.
You know, Hell will just kind of continue in eating, not really paying much attention to you.
A quick break, you say?
That's as long as you want it to be. You just need to be ready to actually fight. Can't imagine there'd be a lot of normal things downstairs.
Wouldn't
Besides,
full rest be beneficial?
the hell's a full rest?
8 hours, 8 hours, eight
You
hours.
just
Be max.
sleeping?
Yeah, sleeping. Well, guess you guys different from where I come from. But yes, sleeping. You guys call it.
In the interest of time, not everybody's in the room, so you can't long rest. So,
Oh damn, what's missing?
Jeremiah, did you want to just join them, I guess, or did you have something you wanted to do specifically in the room where you're in? Okay. So in that case, and it's you. If that's the case, then, specifically speaking, outside of the fact that there is an eerie mist coming off of the Ur on and running all over the table and It's clearly in the room, outside of the fact that the well, lights actually give off a normal glow. There are two doors, both amber doors, and if you recall back to how things were barricaded previously, you lacked materials to create barricades that would keep those doors shut. Well, more or less, how do you plan on making this room secure to rest?
I don't have any ideas.
Remembering back to the room southwards where the berserkers were originally, all the wood and things they used to barricade the door, are they still there?
That could work, or mending.
They used two large slabs of obsidian specifically. They're still down there, yes.
Alright. So remembering that, Lucian, south there are two slabs of obsidian. We should be able to perch him against one of the doors.
Eh,
Trying to
I
secure.
kind of just head towards the door. Well, is someone gonna help me here?
I'll assist.
So who's going?
Me and Lucian, or Set Lucian.
Okay. Hey, how come you didn't go too? That's weird. So you note in the room, specifically here, two large slabs on either sides of the doorway walls, or perched next to the doors.
Alright, start pick up the slabs.
Go ahead and make
Go
an
like,
athletics check for me. The weight of the large mass, it kind of just falls towards you and kind of locks you underneath it. With this, whatever Lucian was doing kind of stops, and you immediately kind of turn to see Death just kind of
I was
being
like,
rock just falling towards him, or slab.
I was
rather.
like, I was preparing to just see how heavy it was. The slab just on top of Seth. I'll just attempt to kind of like prop it to the side.
Yeah, go ahead and make an athletics check. You kind of get some leverage as you try to move it aside. No, not. That was weird.
What happened?
Did you roll another athletics check?
No, that was Lucian. My dice is green. Whose dice is red?
I'm trying
Oh.
to. I'm asking because it just popped up for me at the same time. It was weird.
Oh, I
Anyway,
don't know.
with that, you kind of just kind of shoulder most of the weight and push the slab aside back to the door, thus just kind of helping Seth back to his feet.
Thank you. I guess we both care at the same time then.
When I was moving the slab off of him, did it seem like something I could handle by myself? Like one of the slabs?
Based on the previous roll, yes, it doesn't seem that it would be too much to handle, but it's going to be fairly heavy.
Ah! So,
Ease.
taking a cue from what I saw of Kester previously, I'm gonna cast Prestidigitation and make a board with wheels on it.
Okay, and with that, you just abracadabra up a small cart of some sort. You said a board with wheels, so I'm guessing more of a skateboard of sorts.
I mean, to be fair, that's all I've seen. So
To aid Lucian, I'm cast guidance on to give him a little bolster. As he like a
so
Armin.
with
Hmm?
the slab, is it more so long or wide?
They're pretty lengthwise. They're about 10 feet. Widthwise, probably about I'd say probably 3, maybe 3 feet. So they're pretty girthy.
Okay. So setting one. Originally, I was going to drag it. I'll set one end of the slab on the board, and then it on one side and all over for Seth to get the other. Which is kind of as like one end of it is on the board, and we're like pretty much the middle near the other end. I'm kind of just sliding it up the hallway.
I don't like. I'm trying to picture that. All right. I need an athletics check for you moving it on to said place, and then are you saying with part of it on the board, you're going to hold the other end and push?
Pull.
What do you mean pull?
It's so hard to describe.
I just need to know what you're pulling.
So I'm putting one end of the board on the one end of the obsidian slab on the board, and I'm holding on to say the middle of the slab, leaning down on the board and pulling it along.
And roll like rolling with it, I guess. So you're like holding the slab and just rolling forward with it? You're running it basically? Because the pulling thing is what I'm confused about. Like what you're describing makes me feel like, I mean, it doesn't matter, but it just describing it makes me think you're pushing something.
Actually, I'll cast Prestidigitation again and make a second board. Because you can have up to 3 objects. I'll just lay the obsidian on like the 2 boards.
Okay. That's fine. And then you're gonna push the boards to the room to the north?
Yes.
Okay. I need an athletics check.
Let's go.
And are you helping him push, guy?
Yes, and I also cast guidance on him as well too.
Okay, so the guidance is calculated in for Lucian, so you can roll your athletics check with a D4, and Seth, you could go ahead and roll your check, but if I'm not mistaken, you're exhausted, so you're disadvantaged. And yeah, you guys roll that up. Damn.
Man, it's just so
Fucking roundabout bullshit.
Physics, man, physics. Alright.
I just wanted to know if we were pushing or pulling, man.
We sent him out for that board 5 weeks ago.
Oh my god.
All right, there we go. So we got a.
Okay.
Oh wow. Wow.
So as you just kind of make your way with the cart, you do manage to move it, but you are rather surprised by how just inefficient it is to make small little boards with wheels and then try to push heavy slabs with them, as they kind of just, you get around here and they just kind of collapse side to side. as this happens, you can just it just makes a on both sides as Casimir just kind of rushes out. What are you idiots doing?
Well, for now, we're going to move these slabs to the upper room and bar the rooms for arrest.
You could see him just kind of slowly look around, and this was the. Yes, I see. Uh, okay, where are you exactly?
Up in that banquet hall to the north.
Okay. Well, I suppose get your rest. I'll deal with Tilgrim, and afterwards, where are you all planning to venture?
For the time being, we're thinking northward.
If I'm correct,
And maybe
northward is.
Downstairs.
Would be slipping past that statue and balcony.
Hmm. Uh, go downstairs at the door above. Um, you may want to send someone down to scout it. I was going to, but Tilgrim and all. Um, just have somebody peek down there and see if the golem is close by. If it isn't, it's pretty safe to go down there. It patrols the whole west side, so if it's nowhere to be seen in the hallway, it's most likely in the center at that point. Be careful though. There's multiple golems down there, and well, Rahadin, and who knows what else. I heard noises coming from the lower levels. Sounded like children at play. And with that, he just kind of goes back into the room.
Essentially, what just being sure what he was describing. He was saying like one of us should maybe scout out this way, the first floor, and just kind of seeing if the old golems are around.
No, but yes.
Yep. That's why I asked. That's why I asked.
He said that
I wasn't clear.
he said to do that with the door to the upper left. The stairwell there.
This one here.
Yes.
Right.
And then everything else you said was correct.
Okay.
And you can also do it with that stairwell also. It doesn't matter what stairwell, but specifically he was talking about that stairwell.
Okay, being certain. Seeing just the wheel strategy just collapse poorly. Say, all right, let's just lift it up normally.
Very welcome.
And with that, I need some big boy athletics checks as you both grit your teeth and lift with all your groin,
Uh,
your girth propelling you forward.
I'll cast. I mean,
Your
looseness.
groin's on fire.
Okay.
The muscle strain.
Okay. Okay. Where's flex? Boop.
Lucian just undercuts his and pushes with all his breast, his muscle, and turns it as its shoulders, and he just kind of presses it up against his shoulder, just kind of pushing it forward. He plows along. Seth grabs his. You strain and pull. Your back kind of twists as you just fall to the ground. The massive thing just falling on top of you, crushing you. You just you are suddenly aware of the idea of pain, more so than ever before, more so than even being knocked unconscious. You're in quite a lot of pain. With that, Lucian is forced to stop looking back at your partner. You turn down the rock and slowly but surely you press it down on the floor sweetly, turning back to Seth, whispering to him. You stop and what do you do?
So, kind of huffing a bit and putting down the Slavic. I'll just run over to Seth once again, just like prop the up off him again the same way, like towards the wall.
Yeah, I'm gonna need another athletics check, my guy.
they carry like boards and planks on us all the times now. Oh god.
I mean, it's not
Uh, s-
Garbaggio.
You still have the +4, by the way.
Yeah, 19.
Oh, did you roll it with it? No, you didn't roll it with
The
it.
D4.
It's a
D4.
D4. I'm a dumbass.
16.
Oh,
16.
16.
That's
So
not
with
good
that,
enough. I have die.
you kind of you struggle, but you kind of just push it very quickly off of Seth, allowing him to freely get up. You notice, Seth, you're a bit dizzy. You can note that at this point there's a slabby boy here. Oh no, let me slabby boy it up. Where were we? So there's a slabby boy here, and a slabby boy here. And you think to yourself, what a wonderful slabby boy.
I put a hand on Seth's shoulder.
Let's carry
Look,
one at a
Look,
time.
I appreciate the help, but I think I can. I think I can get it.
Very well done. I'll take my D4 with me.
He says with the saltiest of tears running down his eyes. It's the first time Seth has ever felt shame.
What's taking you guys so long?
A grumpy Bennett
I had
shouts.
to lift them a few more times than expected. I'll just head up. The slab is like clearly off him. I'll just head up to the what I dropped before. Kind of hefted once more.
I need an athletics check, sir. And you still have the
You know what?
1d4.
Not
No,
I mean,
this one's gonna
are
be-
you
this one's gonna
canceling
be
the
one.
spell?
no, it says last like one turn. It
Yeah.
lasts like one. Oh.
No, it's a minute.
Oh, okay. I thought,
Yeah, it hasn't been a minute yet.
Yeah, it hasn't been a minute yet.
I thought it'd be much faster like in real time. Okay.
Hey, this is gonna be the one. This is gonna be the one. Just watch. I'm rolling the
18.
superiority die.
Bro, you rolled a
as
18.
you,
Calm down.
Clench your
it's
anchors,
an
your
18.
ankles
No, I thought it was a
quiver.
4.
You can feel it letting go. You can feel it giving in as your ankles kind of buckle. You feel like you're falling.
I would kill for Odin to have arms, or Zardos to be here, or Gareth to be here.
That's your cue for the extra dies if you got them.
In DDO. Yes, sir.
Them ankles do be shaking.
And with the girth of 1,000 men, you just kind of grab the slab with one hand and just like slam it over your shoulder. And you just kind of look back at Seth and just with 2 fingers on your brow, nod. You instantly transmit in front of Bennett, holding the log in hand. The log of obsidian. As you kind of just slam it down in front of, you note Jotun kind of just hopping down upon it and just kind of staring at it.
Huh?
Now with this, we go back to Seth as he just kind of stands there looking at the slab in front of him, kind of shoulders greased up. Do you give it one more shot, or do you wait for Lucian?
I'm gonna wait for Lucian. I see my arm being a bit sore.
And with that, Lucian just instant transmissions back. You see 2 fingers on his forehead as he stares at you. He just kind of starts jumping in place and stretching. He looks at the last slab and just hand on his chest. He needs to make another athletics check.
This is gonna be the one. It's gonna be. Do I hear Jotun saying that? Oh, I definitely hear it now.
Yeah, you just hear just skithering down the hallway like just crawling insects. How great is it to see your struggle picking things up?
Well,
Oh god, it's in your head
With
too.
fueled with a new rage. Here comes that athletics check. And it's definitely getting a die.
Oh Christ. It's fucking phenomenal.
this is fucking ridiculous.
And with that and with pretty much no effort, you just kind of grab the slab with one hand and peer up the hallway. You could just see Jotun just kind of sitting there, floating and dangling a bit as you just kind of smile and whip the slab forward, hurling it directly through the air, spiraling towards Jotun. As Jotun just kind of looks up, just a glint in your eye, just for a split second, you just feel something just an inch away from your head. Go ahead and make a dexterity save for me.
Oh my fucking god!
No regrets. Watch your mouth.
Hey yo. What is
My man shook it, what, 60 feet to your skull?
Yo, he hasn't even hit
Man,
Super
I
Saiyan
was
yet, and he
fueled
doing
with
all
the,
this.
Yeah, I was fueled with the elven rage.
Hey yo.
He chucked the 200-pound slab across the room to kill a spider. I fucking cannot.
I mean, that sounds like Lucian.
Dog, if you ever fail a strength check after this, I'm gonna look back at this moment with extreme confusion. You have no idea.
That's unfortunate, huh?
Use boundary. Can you roll just like in Discord? Let me check your stats.
God.
What do I need? A dex save. So dex save. You're exhausted, but it's a save, so you're good. So it's, I don't know, what's your bonus? I'm an idiot. It's +1. So you roll a d20 +2. And you rolled a 19, which is a 21. And with that, you note just kind of a flawless twist from Jotun as legs kind of slip forward and slam all four, just gripping the massive rod as it shoots him back directly towards the table. He just kind of gracefully flips down, pulling with him the gravity, flipping the just the massive girthy rod back. As it slams into the wall and flicks, it slams into one door, perfectly landing in front of it, just barring it. And Jotun just kind of slips back and falls to the table on the candelabra, just kind of sitting there staring back towards Lucian, shaking his head slowly.
Just walking into the room, just kind of slapping like the dust off his gloves, to keep you waiting with a genuine smile, looking at Jotun.
What the hell is wrong with you guys?
What the fuck was that? Whatever.
Dang.
Whatever.
With that, you have one successful barred door.
Well, if you
As
want
Hella just kind of stares at you all and just kind of squints her eyes a bit. You could see her just go back to drinking, fairly inebriated at this point. Am I still asleep? In the racket, you've awoken, basically.
And that slab landed pretty darn close to you. I'd be surprised if you're still awake.
if you want to keep whatever that was going, you mind putting this bar in front?
Sure. And about Bennett and not Bennett. About Tilgrim and Casimir, Casimir said they'd be fine, and I'm fine to bar the door. He had advised after we take our rest, we scout the passageway down there, the second door, just see if we note any golems. Because if they're not there, then they're on some kind of patrol.
Could be our opening. Alright.
Anyway, if you would, Seth, and I just kind of gesture towards like away from the door.
Sal's gonna stare at Lucy and walk away.
Um, Han hears nothing in his head, and Jotun laments. You know, I could have done that in way less time.
Ah, with what arms? Oh, you don't have any. Now, if you would excuse me, as I turn and grab the slab and put it in front of the door.
And that will be another athletics check.
You
You
know,
do not have the extra boost anymore.
I'm gonna
Yo,
just go over here. Just
I'm glad I
preemptive.
still have like a die left.
You
Almost
brace
saw the 20. I saw the 20.
Lucian gracefully just kind of slaps the obsidian stone up as it kind of flips, slams in front of him, and he just kind of glides it with his leg just right into place, stepping back and locking the door. Do do do, do do do, do do. That's my locking the door theme. And with that, you have successfully sealed the outside from all physical dangers. What do you do?
Long rest.
This is a bad time to mention you can't long rest unless you have a sleeping bag.
That would definitely be a bad time to mention it, I tell you.
Okay, I won't mention
all
that.
right. Yeah,
Anyway,
check the bag of holding, please. I know we have a few.
Yo,
have,
I'm sure it's gonna be type comfortable right now. What you mean, bro?
we have tent kits and all.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I was just say that's perfect.
We got them from the first time in Kretz. We never used them though. So
Because we don't camp.
Well, now is the time.
Camp indoors.
We need to get to work on an electric stove.
All right. So with that, you can take a rest state. You're taking a long rest.
Yes.
In that case,
Yes.
we're probably gonna end the session here then,
Hmm.
and we'll just get
Yeah.
this out of the way.
Mhm.
Or we'll just continue if there's any time left. But this is gonna take a sec. This is a pause state. Give me a sec. I gotta refresh this.
Got you.
We got
So
like
at this
9
point,
minutes.
everybody can level.
Yes, baby.
Lovely.
So that's why it's gonna take a little bit. You're gonna have to get all your guys all together.
Okay.
alright.
Oh, you can
Features.
feel time.
Edit.
And then make sure you do the long rest thing so you can get your health back and everything resets, spell
Gotcha.
slots, etc., etc. Also, if you select spells to ready them, you can now at this point. And if you don't, you don't.
Yeah, don't.
Please inform me of new things, because I'm not paying attention to your characters at all.
Yes,
I
sir.
make checks.
Don't you regain all hit die when you long rest?
I
Yeah.
believe you're supposed to, yes.
No, it's half.
Is it half?
Yeah.
Half?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
When we're taking a long rest, you receive half your hit die back.
Ooh.
I thought it was
He's
the full
probably
Could have
thing.
sworn it was all.
Half. Unless you want home rule it.
No, it says at the end of a long rest, a character regains all lost hit points. The character also regains spent hit die up to a number of dice equal to half their character's total number of them. So the minimum is 1 die. So it's
Oh,
not
okay.
necessarily half.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You just get equal to half the character's total.
Oh, okay.
I used like 5, so yeah, makes sense.
So like if you used 5 out of 6, you don't get half of it back. You just keep 5 out of 6, or you'll get 1 back.
Okay.
I'm trying to
Other
remember
than
how
that,
we
though-
leveled up the.
Features.
Oh, go
Yeah.
to
Sure,
features.
jump in there and change your level.
Yeah, edit. Just go to details and change your level, and you could change anything else you need in there.
Oh,
Well, except hit die and all the shit that you shouldn't be changing.
right.
course.
Oh, I have a D20 hit die. What?
Yeah. Glorious. That'll make the calculations good.
Now the enemies hit like like freaking straw.
Yeah, right. Like everybody's just getting like every fucking monster in the game now has what is that shit called? What's that shit called?
What?
Power word kill.
Oh
Oh.
no.
Conquer or
Higher
something?
health. Everyone gets power.
Yeah, like every fucking like is that a bat? Yeah. First fucking spell,
It's Screech's power word.
right? You just fucking
Or
fall
Screech.
apart.
Yo,
Your
power
body
Screech
just gets
kill.
shredded. Yeah, that would be an amazing campaign.
Oh, that would be very torturous. Like all my characters would be bland as shit.
Power Screech kill.
Yeah, right.
No thanks.
I'm not
I'll pass.
Anyway,
God.
all right, so like do all that shit, get all your stuff, because boy howdy, I didn't expect this route to be chosen.
Yeah, I can already feel there are gonna be some quite bad repercussions for this.
So you are all asleep. Eh,
I'm trancing.
yeah, the trance thing is fine.
Just in case something does occur in the room. I'll
Is
be
there
sure.
anyone? Is there anyone else trancing? Khan.
Yes, I am.
Yes, another soup dies. I'll never go hungry.
Lovely. Storm sphere location.
Ooh, marvelous.
Oh,
I almost forgot that if I roll lower, then take the average. So
all right, let's get me some of that good health. 1d6 plus con. Yeah. Oh, dice. I just rolled 4. No, I rolled a 3. So that means I get a 4. Lovely.
Hmm.
Doop, doop, doo, doo, doo. Are you guys like almost done?
I think I'm done actually.
Anybody still updating anything? Right, if you didn't level
Uh,
up,
I
you
got
can
a
out.
I got a thing where I get like another favorite terrain. I was just picking that.
Okay. I'm gonna make moves then. Do I still hear silence? Yeah, you pretty much all do.
No, I questioned whatever that god was again. I was just asking for that.
Mm. That said, let's move these folks around. First, them. Shadows and Dream. The shadows and dreams. People awake and people asleep. And then people who dream one by
Ooh.
one by one. And into nightmares.
Lovely. Nightmares are my favorite kind of mares? No, doesn't sound right.
Yeah. What's up, Doc? And then people just awaken.
Aw, damn.
Hmm.
Question: long rest remove exhaustion, correct?
Most one, I believe.
Okay, yeah, I have one. Long rest remove exhaustion.
And you awaken.
Oh,
Uh,
oh, fuck me.
I mean, I'm just want to be sure. Are you sure I'm in the right spot, Mr. J?
Indeed. You can feel the cold winds blowing against you. As
Bro,
you turn to your right and see Khan, you realize we never went to sleep. The freezing of the outside does at least give you a clue. It seems to be pitch black out there. As you turn, you can see the body of your dear friend Zeppla frozen there.
is the
This is
cloak I
why.
put on him earlier still there?
I'm sorry?
The cloak is the cloak I put over
Yeah,
him
it's been
still there?
frosted over.
Mm, I don't think I like where I am.
Same situation here, man.
With this, you find, or Lycurus finds himself. Actually, yeah, I need to do that too. Give me 1 sec to fully. There we go.
Here we go. Lovely. Okay, you're up there.
As you note specifically, the hallway glows a green you quite familiar with from the first time you've broke in here.
Oh no. Oh no! That's poison.
I
And so
accidentally
the
clicked
bottom
off.
of the floor, Bennett, you note.
I accidentally clicked out of the scene, so
Oh
I'm
yeah,
right
you're
out.
good.
Yeah.
Oh. You note the statue looming directly in front of you, and a strange kind of hissing noise coming from to the north of you. And last but not least, Kester, you awaken in a room. You note three large amber husks sitting in three different alcove corners. In each of them, massive, just black floating orbs swirl within themselves and just move. It almost seems as if they're in liquid, as bubbles kind of rush past them and they move with tails. Each of their tails very distinct and long. They do resemble fish of some sort, but they're demonic in nature. You see them and they see you, but they have no eyes or distinct features for you to know. You
I
feel,
just wave.
you just feel a cold as they just swirl there. You note the room you're in, just pure amber glazed walls, the brightest you've seen so far. You note the floor is a blue marble. It's not obsidian at all. In fact, neither are the walls underneath the amber. They're also a very light, powdery blue marble, very delicate, and it almost makes you calm and feel just kind of a sense of just delight, yet still kind of a darkness within you. You almost feel like you need to fly away as your arm just kind of twitches a bit. You can feel just the most indescribable need to hold on to your memories as you kind of look slowly to the north. You almost feel your mind being drawn to it. To the
Uh,
east, you kind of just feel in just the arch of your back just a need for just almost like you want to explode. As you quickly look away towards the south, you could just feel just a faint little, just within your heart, just a question you always wanted answered. Just a feeling of a perfect response. You begin to feel colder than you have before, almost as if you're freezing to death.
Uh, 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 is anybody there? This would be the perfect time to not be alone in here. My mind is still as clear as can be, right?
It is. There's like nothing there. And with that, standing over you and just kind of staring down, eyes just all focused. Seth, you note a woman in black just kind of glaring at you. You don't recognize her, as half of her face kind of is replaced by what looks to be just a skeletal with different, just glowing green threads almost. You can tell they're organic, almost veins, kind of just moving down her cheek as she stares at you slowly. Hmm. To what do I owe this intrusion?
Mm. Well then, my name is Seth, father of the Raven Queen. I was on a mission to find out why the soul's not leaving Barovia. I was company with a party of Bennett, Lucien, and others. We were arrested. Here I am.
I see. Did those morons make it inside yet?
We enter a room full of a dining hall with the Queen, barbarians.
Who what?
Hello, Queen of Berserkers.
Doesn't ring a bell. Well, run along. I'm waiting for someone.
I see.
He should be along any minute.
Oh, then, excuse me then.
And we're gonna end session there.
Wow.
Did we
Now-
just go back in
now-
time?
No. Yep, we sure did. Now, I see exactly where we are. This is before the wizard got freaking exploded to death. She's waiting for him.
Wait, what? Can you repeat that?
Real part of me didn't want to go to sleep.
So this is before the wizard got exploded because she's waiting for him.
Hey, bro, I don't even know where the fuck I am.
I didn't even get to like check. I didn't even get to check much. Wait.
Everything got reset. The whole loop reset.
The loop reset for yours. I don't know where I am.
Wait, so does that mean that Gil and Yarm aren't dead anymore?
That's a more question than that.
I mean,
Gil's still-
they weren't part of the loop. I don't think it counts.
Would that
No,
also mean
it's
that I
not-
don't
it's
have an
not too
extra
late.
card?
We can stop Gil from committing suicide.
That part.
I mean, I'd love if we could do that actually.
Would that mean I don't have a folder inside of me?
No, it doesn't mean anybody who's dead isn't dead. It just means the temple is doing what it wants.
I'm
It sucks. You could have at least got me a blanket.
I don't even know where I am, bro. This is. I better not be on like the deepest depths of the fucking.
Dude, you're in a room full of Hus. You're probably with the rest of the gods of sin.
Oh, it better fucking not be. I better not be with the gods.
Hus
your game-
swimming
I
like
think-
creatures that
I
we've
think-
seen in like enter people when they're dead.
Oh,
You are
no.
with. You are in the annex. You are in the annex. You are.
What am I gonna do here? What am I gonna do?
Find a way out that does not
Bro,
require
just-
talking to him.
Yo, man, just frantically find a way out, then step outside and get slammed by an amber golem just looking out the door.
Exactly. Amber going second floor. Yeah, I'm about to get slammed. Oh, leave. Like,
Bro, you just step out the door. It's just there. It was just staring straight at the door.
Oh,
You step
I'm
out,
so
and
bad.
You just look up and you see it just staring down at you before it comes flying at you.
Wait. This puts a whole bunch of stuff in like a weird place. Cause like, what happened to the seal? Or the symbol? What happened to the staff?
Hey, bro, that means I
Since
can't
none
even
of-
talk to him even if I wanted to. This is whack.
So, all. Oh shit.
Wait, you said that was a key, right?
The symbol was a key to talk to the old ones, but
Oh,
I'm
I
not
thought it was
sure.
because I thought it was trapped in here. All right, cool. We
Yeah.
chilling.
I don't even know if it's still on me or is it on the wizard now.
Just real quick checking, Mr. J. Do I still have that obsidian bowl, or is it just gone?
Oh, it's gone.
Darn, no.
Yo,
Did
Lucien.
you put it in a pack?
I was pretty much like, what?
Don't say you were holding it the whole time, man. Please don't say that.
You did
How
not
did
do
you
all
get
that with
the
the
slap?
with the only
Yeah,
one
like I
thing, yeah.
had a bowl in my hand the whole time. By the way, it's like I'm gonna autofill all those fucking athletics checks.
We're gonna rewind time, but in a different way. Let's go.
It's going to be a very different
I
time
put
frame.
it down. Yo, I put it down somewhere.
Yo, Lucia, is your gun still attack, or that's just a rock?
It makes everyone feel better. All the items you have on your persons are remaining intact, and the world has reset.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
If that helps.
The world
There's
has
lore
reset.
based on it, but I'm not. Yeah.
So-
Alright, so we just got shot back, but everything we
Hey,
have is
listen.
still on us.
I don't know about back.
This is so fucking whack.
Yeah.
I better not be with the gods, bro. I'm gonna be so mad.
You're definitely
mean,
with the
is
gods.
my
Like,
gun
the
still broken?
hus, everything. Come on, dude. You can't deny it at this point. It's literally spelled out in front of you. You're just
I
refusing
can
to
deny
read.
whatever I want. I can deny whatever I want.
You're just refusing to read.
Oh my god.
Now I'm wondering, like, everything's reset. I wonder if I walk behind Rahadin, what his reaction will be. Because, like, I can't hide anything from him based on what he said. So he has to
Yes.
at least... So he either knows I'm here, or I'm gonna just walk up on him, and that's gonna be, like, the disconnect.
What's up, dog?
Hey, what's going on? What the fuck? You're
What's
supposed to be
up?
coming...
I pulled up to your Amber Temple to chill.
I
What's up,
just
bro?
I just walk up behind him like, hey, what the fuck? You're supposed to come through the front door in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to tell you, boss. Like, I'm here.
And bro, but
I'm here early.
I'm just early, bro. Come on.
you gotta be punctual, man. Gotta be punctual.
Oh, actually, now
So
I'm
that
thinking
mean-
about it.
So a poor question though. Since the world resetted, doesn't mean with the people down at the Yester Hill, or I hope they're not getting that shit recaved in again. Oh god.
We're outside the Ember. What would happen if being Khan just like back?
Inside or
Oh.
just back to the town?
The
know,
rock's
back-
are waiting
back
for you
to-
on the other side.
Things. Things would certainly happen to you.
Don't you still have that whole thing where you can't see anything outside?
No.
Then I gotta ask a question now. Really, what happened? Done. Start that
I
right
also
now.
think you may be getting a little carried away with your thought process on this whole thing that is happening to you. You
Yeah,
should probably
exactly.
just pay attention to the things that have been clearly stated
Yeah.
before like overthinking.
Well, time to hit Rahadin up with a bunch of questions. We're about to have this whole conversation. Everything I missed is about to come right back.
Time paradox.
Yeah.
Wait, so does that mean our past selves also?
Most likely not.
I'd rather not think about that.
It's likely that we haven't actually been sent back in time, but the temple just reset everything but us somehow. So we still retain our memories and things. We just everyone else, I guess, reset. We're just in different places. Because based on the interaction with Whitehaven, we didn't make it to the temple yet. So, yeah, I'm assuming all the others who are involved with this place are either reset or they're in the same situation as us. We're not sure about that yet. That's just theories off the top of my head.
Hello, just Thanos snapped while you guys were snoozing, and everything's just like this.
Actually, it's all just a dream. We're all having a collective dream. It's gonna be over in 5 minutes. Just
We all wake up in like Kretsk to our popular tavern owning business, and everything's back to normal.
This is a dream. I'm getting all the answers from here right now. Because there are a few holes that I have to ask and fill in.
I'm so fucking
Dreams can't
mad.
give you answers you don't already have.
Bullshit, I'm
What?
getting them. Fuck all that. I'm getting these answers. That, and since I know That, and since I remember a bit more due to that whole run through, I can ask that a little bit more.
Bennett, these are the answers you've been looking for.
Oh, you son
Oh
of a
my
bitch.
God.
It reminds me of that episode of SpongeBob because everything does. It's that one where you're like, it's like the service training video, and it's like the secret of the Krabby Patty formula is, and then the episode ends.
Mhm. He just gets interrupted multiple times, and the episode just ends.
Like there's no, that's how the episode ends, like on the dot. Like yo. Yo, Khan, what do you mean we're gonna freeze to death? We still got the cloaks. Hope you didn't throw yours away. Or you're gonna freeze to death.
This is so whack. I don't even know what I'm gonna do. I'm going home.
Bro, I'm telling you, get possessed by one of them elder gods.
I don't want that. Why would I want that?
You saw the shit it did.
Yo, Teak needs a roommate. What you mean, bro? Or
It needs a
mind-
if you don't shut the
mind-
fuck up.
mind mate, I mean.
Oh my God, I'm not taking any of those. Not doing none of that.
So it's either make a deal or suffocate and die in this room.
Well, I guess he's suffocating and dying. Like,
No. It's either you make a deal or you have to have subtle spell. Pick one.
I might have to take a deal, fellas. Like, I
hey,
might
listen here,
Wow.
motherfucker.
Wow.
Listen here.
I have to, this room will change, man.
Nah,
I'm sorry.
you're not taking it. Kester is, alright? He doesn't have a choice. He doesn't understand his sorcery. There you go. So he suddenly pops up with subtle spell. You had no control over it. It just suddenly
Disgusting.
pops up and you don't have to take it.
Disgusting. No, God.
Now your new quest, get rid of subtle spell at all costs.
Get rid of my subtle spell at all costs, and at the end of my journey, I just have to kill myself.
just hand it over to Tilgrim. That's gay.
It's just
Just hand it over. I got you.
Yo, just give
Whip
Teak
out
your
the
soul
piece
again.
of your soul with subtle cell on it, and then just give it to Tilgrim.
crazy.
Oh my fucking God.
Ugh.
I simply cannot. I simply cannot. I can't be having subtle spell. That shit's whack.
I'm a
It
div.
really isn't, Joe. It
Anyway,
really isn't.
dang, this temple just mean out here. Oh man, I guess we were at like half awake, so it's like, nah.
Nah, get the fuck out of my temple, bro.
Yo, I'm mad 'cause a part of me didn't want to go to sleep also, but I'm like, nah, let me do some character stuff.
I literally didn't care. I literally did not care. I said, and I quote, nah, bro, it's kind of up to you. I don't really care. Oh, fuck. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Well, I'm definitely not taking no gods, bro. That shit's terrible. That's a terrible idea.
Is the gun still broken?
Yes, the gun is infinitely broken.
Dang,
The gun is the one thing unaffected by the
what? I
time
should've-
loop.
It's so
we
cold in there.
planned-
The gun has frosted over, corroded, and shredded.
Whoa,
Like,
whoa!
the pieces are just like they're just turning to dust.
The gun is the gun is now a paperweight. If you fire, it does the damage to you instead.
Oh, fuck.
Chill.
That's not bad.
Nah. The barrel just blew out because of all the bullets.
No one said that. Whoa. Who said all that?
My man said it fell to pieces. I'm not sure
Yeah.
what you're going on about.
Yeah, it's over, man.
The temple said, fuck your gun.
Yo, I can still fix it in enough time. Not now though.
Yo, your gun said, your temple said, fuck
Yo,
your
you're
gun.
gonna have to fix that thing atom by atom, my boy.
It didn't get destroyed that bad.
I'm gonna see you guys later. I gotta go do some.
Yeah,
Mm,
same as my late.
Alright.
mm,
Can
Can you rank,
rebuild it.
can you rank
It gets
questions?
stronger.
Alright. So with all that said, thank you all for watching the stream. Let's go raid. Dazul right now hosting NWOW. His own WWE 2K Fed that is made completely of a women's roster. I think we're probably walking into the main event right here, so yeah, we'll probably be able to see the end of it. If you like, thank you for